Good afternoon and welcome to another edition of IPI's Amped Up, where we talk about a terrific home-based business.
I'm Kyle, by the way.
And the deregulation of energy. My name is Mark Neglio, and this is my partner in crime, Kyle Morris. Kyle,
yes.
Let's talk about some of the people that came into the business this week.
Well, we talked about it at the last episode on Friday, and I had a whole list posted, and I'm going to put that list down below as well. But one of the person that was on the list that I forgot to mention was a really good guy by the name of Martin Cameron.
Pete Cameron's brother.
Yeah, Pete Cameron's brother. Yeah.
Great guy.
So
Great guy.
Martin, thank you. Welcome to the team.
Welcome to the team, Martin.
And he had his 5 seconds of fame and Amped Up.
Absolutely, absolutely. So let's go back to start off the day today with back to the basics.
Back to basics.
Back to basics,
Back to
guys.
basics.
You know, as we start to progress in our business, you know, we start getting a lot of information coming back to us. And typically what happens when the teams start building, there's certain questions that keep coming back to us for information about, you know, how do I enroll a customer? Well, you know, guys, some of the things that you need to do when you get into a business is start to go back to the basics and look at your amp zone.
Know what you're doing?
Yeah, well, the amp zone gives you a lot of information with these videos. You don't have to sit there and take notes at a meeting.
Right.
You could sit there in the morning, get a cup of coffee. There's 6-minute videos.
Yeah.
And let me just show you some of the things that they have. First of all, there's the Fast Start Action Plan, which we talk about all the time, right? We talk about the bases of threes. We talk about enrolling customers. But really, it's about when you come in, first of all, you want to turn yourself on as a customer.
Right.
There's still people out there that haven't turned themselves on as a customer.
Well, now that's an important fact. But talking about this as well, on the back end in your amp zone, right? You can look at your reps in your business and see how much percentage they've completed all the training videos.
Well, yeah, and they said that also when we were out in core that, listen, they are looking at the leaders out there who's getting involved with the website.
Right, but now we just literally, we went through them. I went on through them a couple times. I didn't even make it through all of them yet. And I got to tell you, I'm going to go home tonight and I'm going to go through every one of the videos. So actually, in our sense, right, we're preaching something that we haven't actually done ourselves yet.
Well, maybe he hasn't done it, but I do it, okay? Because
he's so full of it.
Here's the thing.
You know what?
But let me just talk about it. Here's what I talked about him. Here's what I just talked about 2 minutes ago with Kyle. Okay, I said, you know, Kyle, when you go through these things, you go through it a couple times, you really get a lot of information out of it. When you browse through it, yeah, you take some notes, and then when you go to the meetings, you write down some stuff. But right now, you know, if you go through the back end and you go through your information, just sit down and take some notes for yourself. And you know what? Role play. Role play with some of the videos.
Well, that I agree with.
Okay?
Yeah, that's a good point. But to finish that, though, reps, right? Go look at your downline and see who hasn't finished the videos and give them a call and say, hey, you really need to go and look through these videos, especially before you give me a call and ask me a basic question.
Well, that's the part of becoming a good leader, okay? Because, again, we're teaching, right? We're educating people. We're educating people about deregulation. We're not salespeople out there for energy.
Right.
Okay, so that's where kind of people get, you know, caught up in this thing. You want to be an educator and listen, talking about a great home-based business, which is, you know, why we chose energy.
So why don't you bullet point this whole?
Well, the thing, like I talked about, the first thing is the Fast Start Action Plan. Fast Start Action Plan is what we always talk about: getting the 3 customers, getting 3 representatives, and having them do the same things all the time.
I don't want to make fun of you, but what the heck are you looking at up there?
I'm not looking at anything.
You're looking over the ceiling.
That's how when I'm presenting something, I don't want to be sitting there staring into the camera like I'm a zombie. Okay, I'm actually relaxing and trying to have a little fun here. Okay, right. So that's the first thing is the Fast Start Action Plan. Okay, then they have the thing where we call back to the basics. We actually have a video here called the basics.
The basics.
Okay? 7 steps to success. Okay,
beautiful. 7
steps to success was unbelievable. And also we talk about is, you know, what is your why? It's not just about our why. It's about everyone's why. We want everyone.
Having others achieve their why.
Exactly. I think that's the most important thing.
Okay, good. Next.
Then we switch your service. We talked about it. If you're in an area that has service, why are you not switching your service?
Right.
Again,
be a product of the product.
You have to be a product of the product.
Right. All right, next.
Exactly. Develop prospects, okay? When you're developing your prospects as they come in, have them start the same way that you came in. Go to the videos.
Make sure they go to the videos.
Make the list.
Who wants to get the phone call from guys and say, how do I log in again to the AMP zone? Well, if they don't know that, then you have to think about what you're doing, and you're throwing off our focal length here. You keep like dipping in, and the camera starts to focus. And
well, stop moving yourself. Okay, so here we go. Explore your business tools. Amp Zone is terrific. I mean, these guys put a ton of money into the marketing end of this.
It's second to none.
You know, you couldn't go out there and do this yourself. Some people, when you come and start your own business, you have to bring in IT people to develop a website, and you're spending thousands and thousands of dollars, and you don't even know if you get it right half the time. You're constantly trying to change it to fit your business.
That's true.
They've done it right.
Yeah.
This stuff works. The information is there, and when you give the information out, you get positive results.
Good.
So definitely go out there and, you know, obviously get the to Amp Zone, and also your AmpedUPEp business kit. The business kit that comes in, obviously the flyers that you get, the presentation
Not the
folder.
monitor. The monitor
is ours.
You don't get the monitor.
Yeah, you don't get that, but you
confuse what
you
we're saying.
can do things like this. This is what you can put on your laptop, create your own website, etc. And you know what, guys? Order business cards. I've gone to meetings there where I've asked people for a business card. They don't even have business cards yet. And we use 2 business cards. I have the AmpedUPEp business cards and obviously our own business card because, you know, we're promoting ourselves, right? It's not just about, you know, the one thing here. I want people to call me, okay, and talk about the business. Okay? Talk to your first prospects. Make the list like we talked about. Call these people up and tell them about the opportunity that we have before us.
Wow, there's a whole lot of information. I think you're going to have to follow up on this next week.
Well, you know what? There's a couple. I'm going to breeze through this real quick because I think it's
very
important.
Minutes.
That's okay. It's good information. Okay, and then complete the Fast Start Action Plan. I think it's so important
that
you complete that, okay? Okay, then you got referring customers, okay?
Yes.
When you're referring customers and you're enrolling customers. You're not selling people anything. You're enrolling them to save money on their energy. It's just an opportunity for them to do that, okay? I'm going to go through this real quick. Sponsoring reps, okay? When you sponsor your rep, you're not telling them to sell anything. You're telling them to educate people about deregulation, okay?
The power of 3.
Exploring the benefits of a home-based business is absolutely fantastic. People need to make supplemental income. Why not? When you're talking to your reps, make sure they understand.
One of the most overused acronyms in network marketing, KISS. Keep it simple, stupid.
Keep it simple, stupid.
We use stupid up in the Northeast. You might say, like, you know, something else to be more politically correct, but we're not politically correct.
When you're out there prospecting, though, guys, look for entrepreneurs. Look for people like yourselves. You know, one thing I like when we go to these meetings is that you're talking to people that have the same aspirations as you do in business, you know, and that's why network marketing is such a great tool to expand your horizons in. And then the compensation plan is last. Don't get so caught up in the compensation plan. That's what you want to sit down with your uplines. These are the people that have experience in that. So don't get caught up in that, but know the basis of the compensation plan, and this way you're able to tell the representatives how they can make money.
It's all good stuff.
Okay? Absolutely.
All important, all vital.
So let's talk about meetings now.
Oh, you done?
I'm done. So let's go. You going to take your segment or you want me to take that?
No, I got it, brother.
Okay, so go ahead. I know you're itching to get the camera here.
No.
Go ahead.
Hey, listen,
I'm
always
he's
in the
quiet
camera.
for 5 minutes. It's a miracle. And he can't talk. Then he can't even stand himself. So let's go.
That's it. All right. So first up this week we have, actually tonight, okay, we'll talk about this first, all right? Instead of an opportunity, Brad Clements is actually doing a training. He's going to have the Lamans on, okay? And this is great for all reps, all right? Vital that you get on this call tonight, okay? You're going to be hearing from the top people in the company right now who are getting it done. They set a goal to bring in 400 people in like 9 business days or 9 working days.
Hey, listen,
or I think it was maybe 9 days in general.
Okay?
But all right, so listen to that. 400 people. I heard that they're halfway there already.
That's fantastic. That's
so
true.
I want to know from them what they're doing to bring 200 reps in a matter of a week.
You know what they're doing? They're promoting their business. They're true leaders out there. They work the phones every day. They work the phones every day. It doesn't matter. I'm going to give you the answer.
Call and hear from them. Why
they
do you
work
have to
the phones every day.
The
they support their reps, and they're out there building their business. That's how you bring in 400 reps, guys.
All right,
Go ahead.
I'm going to listen to them tonight. So no, I'm not trying
Next
to
meeting, Wednesday. What's Wednesday?
Okay. Well, wait, hold on. Now we also, Wednesday we have 2 things going on, okay? We have the opportunity meeting going on in East Brunswick, 4th week running, right? Holiday Inn Express, Alex Denham and Paul Moore hosting that event.
7:30.
All right. This week, Damon Hart, new up-and-coming prospect. Okay, the guy came into the business. He's been bringing people in every single week since then. Made MR in record time. The guy's just shooting. So he's going to be actually presenting tonight. Why not? Very well-spoken young man. As well that night, if you're not out at the opportunity meeting, there's another new rep training by Judy Bonnet. It's a webinar. We may or may not have that information below, all depending on whether they get it to me in time by the time I send it out.
But Bob Danoff will be there as well. Bobby D is coming to the East Brunswick meeting as well to help support Damon with the whole presentation. So, Damon, great job stepping up.
Now, also, just one other note about that. If you don't see the information below about Judy's new rep training, she'll be sending an email out as soon as she has the link for that webinar. All right. But now we're going to move into a segment. Now, Mark spoke to you about, about knowing all the information, getting through your training, getting back to your basics, right? Well, the essential part of why we named that segment Back to the Basics. But for the tip of the day today, okay, we're going to be talking about, in business, being a professional is very, very important. But if you notice, it's very important. And if you notice, it's very important.
Yeah, I just want to make it clear. It's very important.
But here's the thing. Now, you see, also having fun.
Yes.
All right.
That's the most important.
I can't tell you how much fun Mark and I have in this business. We have fun in business in general and everything we do.
If you don't have fun in business, why be in it?
Right. I
mean, that's the way I look at it.
So now you look at when Mark was giving that straight info before about, back to the basics and knowing the training videos and getting involved. And I'm back there goofing around and having, but you know what? When it comes down to money, okay, you're going to see how quickly Mark and I get serious.
Absolutely. I mean, it's all about that. The seriousness of making sure that people are successful.
Right. So but more importantly, and I agree with Mark, and he makes a very good point, but also money, okay, and making money.
Right.
All right. It's a serious business, and you'll see how, don't mistake humor, okay, for intelligence. All right. Just because Mark and I here get on here and we goof around and have a great time doesn't mean that we're not pretty smart guys and know how to make $1 or $2.
And you know what? Right? When you look at this business as a whole, Kyle, and we keep saying this over and over again, if you run the business right and follow the basic steps, it's going to make you money. People get involved with things and they try to have shortcuts. And there is
no get rich quick.
Go
you want to be a millionaire tomorrow? Play the lotto. Maybe you get lucky.
Maybe you get
lucky. Right. Maybe right? 1 in a bajillion.
If you follow this program,
work hard.
Everything in life you have to work hard for.
Right. Here's the thing.
You work hard for your family. You work hard for friends.
Right. And I don't want people to mistake what I'm saying. When I say work hard, I don't mean work hard at this business or any business or at work. I mean, you go home, you work in your 9-to-5 job, right? And when you come and do this, you don't do it lackadaisically, okay? You don't not put 100% effort into it. What I'm saying is, if you say to yourself, I want to allot 20 minutes a day or an hour a day into my AmpedUPEp business.
Well, it's your
a half an hour a day.
But that's the beauty of your business,
right? But just make sure that the time you do allot for it, you give 110%. That's what I mean by working hard. Not everybody has another 40 hours in a week. And we don't expect everybody to have that. But for the time that you do have allotted for your AmpedUPEp business, make sure you put 110% into that time. Work hard during that time, and then you'll see the fruits of your labor.
Well, again, right, and that's a great point because when you come into network marketing, we always say this: you're your own boss. You can run your business the way you want to run it, but at least run it with the guidelines of what AmpedUPEp puts out there.
Yeah, kind of like how Mark eats up my segment and his segment. He talks a lot during his segment. 5 minutes of the show. Look, we're over 12 minutes already. Now I have to rush.
Let's go to rep of the week.
All right. So listen, but to finish,
this is my segment,
I'm not done with mine yet. Let me bring this all together. All right. Let me knock it out of the park, as you would say. All right.
Next week's gonna be a touchdown.
Tip of the day: be a pro, but have fun. Okay. Remember that. Everything that you do in this business, okay, guys, make sure that you're enjoying what you do. Because when you enjoy what you do, you're the best at who you are. Okay? You're being the best person you possibly can be when you're enjoying yourself. So just remember, if you're presenting...
Are you enjoying yourself right now?
I can't tell you how much I'm enjoying. I'm enjoying. You're enjoying so much you're sweating. All right, good. Let's go.
So let's talk about rep of the week. Yeah, Steve Troyan.
Friday night.
We talked about this the other day. Steve Troyan comes
Friday Night Lights.
Brings in 6 reps.
6, count them. 6.
In 1 week.
Bing.
Okay, 6 reps in 1 week. That's a guy that's actually working the business. Okay.
I felt like that guy on American Idol. When the call dial-in 1-800.
So is this my segment?
Yeah, but look, 6.
Yeah, okay. So anyway, rep of the week, Steve Troyan. Did a great job. Man. 6 reps in 1 week. The guy, and he followed the process.
He did like 5 in one night.
But he followed the process. Yeah. He made a list. Let me tell you something. That's why I came in 1 week. Because when I spoke to him, he said, you know what, Mark? He goes, I could have just went out there, just haphazardly went out and put anybody in. He goes, he didn't.
And you get discouraged because you get the wrong people.
He made a list. He's still running a full business.
Right.
He made a list. He went after the people. He discussed the program. And this guy went through He went through the training videos.
Yeah.
He learned the compensation plan. And you know the first thing
He
out of his mouth he
duplicated the
says?
program.
He says, I want to present. I said, you know what, Steve? Most people don't want to do that, but you know, I was just proud of the way he came into the
Ambitious.
business. And right away, as soon as everything clicked, he went after methodically.
All
One
right.
rep after the
We're way
other,
over
and put
time.
the
Steve,
information.
awesome job. We
Great
got to
job,
go.
bud.
It's time to run. Cue the music.
Absolutely. So here we go, guys. Follow the basics. Work as a pro. Have a great week with Amity. And remember, it's the double bonus this week. You have till Friday.
Stay
Keep working
focused.
hard.
Stay energized.
Take care.